Hey, if you've tried Instagram ads and they just didn't work, I'd bet money you made one of these three mistakes. Number one, you probably boosted a post instead of using the ads manager to run them. Second, maybe you tried to run cold traffic straight to your offer. You can't do that. Or third, you targeted way too broadly and got a bunch of followers who are just never going to buy from you. Look, I've generated over $75 million in revenue from ads. Instagram ads absolutely work, but only if you do it with a system. I'm going to show you that system now. Let's go. All right, to fix the first mistake, don't boost a post from your phone or from Instagram.com. I know it looks tempting. There it is. Boost, boost. Don't do it. You want to do it from the ads manager. Go in here, select create campaign, traffic, continue, manual traffic, uncheck this, next. Make sure you select Instagram or Facebook right here. Uncheck Facebook page. When you come down here, you're going to set your audience options, which I'll talk about in just a minute. Okay, you want to further limit the reach of your ads. I'll tell you about that in just a second. You want to come down to your placements, edit them, manual placements there at the bottom, uncheck Facebook, and then uncheck search results right here. Okay, you just want reels and stories on. Click uncheck this, this, and this. Okay, so that only stories and reels are on. You may get an error message. It's okay, it should clear, and then go ahead and select your ad and run it. All right, here's the problem. If you don't do this, you're going to be paying for traffic that you don't want. And that's why I showed you that. This mistake number two that you have to fix is you always want to be running follower ads. Always. No exceptions. No matter what else you're running. Cold traffic. You do it with cold traffic. You do very narrow targeting. And this is how you build your retargeting pool. That's the point. You're trying to build this massive retargeting pool. You're not trying to take somebody from becoming a follower to immediately booking a call or whatever. You're going to have to nurture them. So it's the 80% rule. If your current followers aren't your ideal clients or potential ideal clients, at least 80% of them, then do not use lookalike audiences or do not target people similar to your followers. Because if you do, it's garbage in, garbage out. Narrow target, select your targeting options. Otherwise, you're just cloning the wrong people and you don't want to do that. Most coaches skip that and they go straight to running ads to cold traffic for their offer. You haven't earned that yet. Build the audience first. Once you're running follower ads, now you have an audience worth talking to. So here's what you retarget them with. And there are only three things that actually work. In other words, once they start following you, now you need to show them something else. That first thing could be a webinar. And so the way you're going to do that is that you may want to run ads both to your followers and to a cold audience. So you split the budget roughly 50-50. 50% cold traffic, 50% to the followers you're retargeting, because there's enough education built in to convert people who are cold traffic. That's why you can do that. I broke it down exactly how to run one in episode 178, so you want to check that out. Second thing you're going to use are DM ads. So 80% retargeting to warm traffic, 20% to cold. That's your ceiling on cold. DMs require trust. It's just the way it goes. People just don't trust you on DMs. So that's why if you get them as a follower, it starts that process, that first touch point. Cold audiences, they just tend to ghost. I mean, warm audiences do too. It's just a lot less likely. So the third thing is an application to book a call. In other words, you're going to retarget everybody who's following you, who just started following you, to book a call. 100% warm traffic. You don't want to do this to cold traffic. This is your highest intent path. Only people who already know you are going to convert there. So simple part of it is that the warmer the path, the higher the intent required. You wouldn't ask somebody to marry you on the first date. I mean, it's the same logic. So let's just talk about the budget real quick. Start with follower ads as your base. $10 a day, $15 a day. That's enough to really get going and seeing what it's going to cost to get you a follower. As your follower base grows, because it will grow exponentially once you build it up to a certain point. You'll hit a critical mass and it'll really start to take off. But as your follower base grows, you're going to shift more budget towards retargeting. Just starting out, heavier on follower ads. Once you get about 5,000 or so engaged followers, flip the ratio towards retargeting. That's kind of how you'll do it. Now, a rule of thumb, if retargeting is converting, feed it. Okay, so the 3 mistakes: boosting instead of ads manager, don't do that. Cold traffic straight to your offer, don't do that. And targeting too broadly, don't do that. All 3 are fixable with one system. Run follower ads as always, retarget followers with a webinar, DM ads, or a direct application depending on where they are in your world. And do all of this from the ads manager with Instagram placements only. If you want to see how the webinar funnel works, I talked about that before. The ad, the landing page, the numbers, all that stuff, I broke that down right here.